What's up y'all, my name is Delumiaa, welcome to my channel. Today we're taking a look at Totemic Restoration Shaman for Mythic Plus in Season 1, The War Within. We will be covering the talents, the most important talents to change in different dungeons, and also the rotation of course, and some small tips and tricks for Resto Shaman. So let's start with the talents right away. So let's begin with the totemic tree and what that actually means. This is pretty much all built around the surging totem, which is your biggest totem pretty much. You need to keep this up as much as possible. It will be doing healing and also doing damage. And that combined with some of the other things like whirling elements. When you do put down the surging totem, you have the healing wave. The next one you do, or healing surge, will also heal an ally inside of the healing rain at 100%. You have the cast time of your next healing spell reduced by 40%. And your next chain heal applies earth living at 150. To all targets hit. So when looking at this, we do also play around talent called Master of the Elements. And with this one, it becomes very important to start waving in some damage in between, because that will increase the healing of your next healing surge by 30% and it's stacking up to 2 times. And also applies Flame Shock, which will generate in even more damage and healing over time. Other than that, we do have Ascendance, which is very important to understand, which will duplicate all the healing you do at 70% effectiveness for 15 seconds and immediately healing for 700k, distributed among your allies evenly. And this one is very important to understand that it's a burst heal and really good to use in harsh situations. You also do have deeply rooted elements, which will make your Riptide have a 7% chance to activate Ascendance for 6 seconds, which is a really good proc to just randomly get and helps out with the healing a lot. You also do have Spirit Link Totem, which is a big heal, and what this totem does is that it puts a link between everybody inside of the totem and reduces the damage taken by everybody by 15%. And every second the health of every affected player is redistributed evenly among all of you. Then you also have Healing Tide, which is a big burst healing totem and used in situations where you really need to put out a lot of healing. Other than that, you do play a lot around your Healing Stream totem, which is the main totem together with your surging totem that we will be talking about. Looking at the dungeons, we do have some changes to do. I will be posting all the talents in the description for all of you to pick up. To look at ARA-KARA, we do have Poison Totem, which is very important because if anyone gets poisoned, they will be taking a lot of damage and you want to remove that quickly. So this totem is pretty much a must-have in ARA-KARA. In Mists, we do, on the other hand, we have Tremor Totem, which is for the first boss because the boss will fear you. So you need to put down Tremor Totem before the fear happens to avoid getting feared for everybody. Will help you out a lot. Necrotic Wake, you do have Purge, which is very important for the mini boss coming after the first boss, which will put up a shield, which will also deal damage to everybody if it's not purged. So spec into Purge and remove that as fast as possible. And that's pretty much the most important small changes that you can do. Then you can always play around and figure out if there's anything that works better for you. And if there is, or if anyone have any other tips, make sure to leave them in the comments. Let's have a look at the rotation. And important spells to keep track of is your Earth Shield and Water Shield. Put that on yourself at all time. Make sure to renew it during the run as well. And also keep it up on the tank. Keep Earth Shield up at all time because that's a good healing and good damage reduction as well. Then you want to use your Tidecaller's Guard on your shield, Earth Living Weapon before you start, and Sky Fury to make sure that you have all the buffs that you have and that you buff everybody in the party as well. So looking at the rotation, when we start, I usually do put a Riptide on the tank, and then I put my Surging Totem, and then I Downpour because the Downpour will make everybody's health increase by 10%. I put down 2 healing streams and then I recall that to make the cooldown start working again for me. And then I can put down a 3rd one if I really need some healing. And what I try to do is to get 2 lava bursts off because that will also make your next search heal more. Or 2, Riptide to get your tidal waves, which increase the crit chance. Healing Surge, and after the Healing Surge you will have a Flame Shock rolling on one of the targets. So basically it's Surge Totem, Downpour, 2 Healing Streams, Recall if you can, put out a Lava Burst or 2 if you have time, Riptide again to increase the crit chance, Healing Surge, and that will put Flame Shock up on a target, and that will make your Lava Burst instant proc start rolling, which will increase the Healing Surge again, and that will put another Flame Shock, and that way you do have damage and healing rolling at all times. If you do need some big healing and a stressful situation will appear, or you know that there is a big burst coming, you do have your Ancestral Guidance, which for the next 10 seconds 10% of the healing done and 25% of all the damage done is converted to healing on up to 3 nearby injured party members or raid members. So that way you can do damage or just heal and get more healing. And if you use that together with Ascendance, it will be crazy good healing coming out. And then you have your Healing Tide. And then you have your Spirit Link, which will make everybody heal up. That together with 2 healing streams or 3 even if needed is going to be really good. And then you can always Surge Totem and Downpour to increase the health of everybody inside. And if you're really struggling, you do have your Earth Elemental, which will increase your health by 15%, and it will also be taunting off the tank to make sure that you have time to recover. Really good to use in those cases where you really do need to recover fast and easily. So the most important spells are your Surging Totem, your Healing Stream, Healing Surge, and make sure that you always Downpour and use Riptide, so you have your 2 tidal waves to increase the next 2 Healing Surge crit chance by 54%, and try to wave in Lava Burst as well to make sure that you do utilize the Master of the Elements as much as possible. It will make the mana efficiency and your damage and healing overall go up a lot if you just learn how to use that properly. So that's the most important rotation, the base rotation you have. And really try to use Healing Surge to heal fast and efficiently. Together with your totems. Let your totems do a lot of the work, because they do heal a lot when they just get the chance to do their work. And also whenever you put down a totem, you do get a shield as well. So if you're taking damage, put down a totem and you will be shielded. Otherwise you have your Stone Bulwark for defensive. You do also have your Astral Shift and your Earth Elemental if you would pull aggro at any time. Important as well when you do have Surging Totem is that you make sure if the group is moving, that you do move the totem as well, so that you always have people standing inside of the totem. And that would pretty much be the most important and most basic rotation to learn, with dealing damage and also being mana efficient and healing the most efficient way that I know, at least, for Restoration Shaman. If you guys have any tips at all or anything that you think that I missed, please make sure to leave a comment. And also, if you did enjoy the video, make sure that you leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and don't forget that you can catch me live every single day over at Twitch at twitch.tv/Delumiaa, or here at YouTube and TikTok as well. Until next time, everybody, take care, peace.